everybody. Thanks for coming back for another episode of Community Chat. I'm Randy Thal Real Estate Team at Curse Realty, and with me I have Darrin Miller with Creative Smirk Photography.
Yep.
Darrin, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, tell me a little bit about yourself and your business before we get started.
So last year, created a umbrella company to incorporate one of the things that I love doing. You know, it's that old adage: if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life.
Exactly.
Which is photography, and I had done it for the longest time just because I loved it. You know, going someplace, taking landscape photos, architectural photos. My family would know. It's like, oh, Dad's got his camera. They would just keep on going while I'm sitting there taking photos everywhere, and they knew that I would eventually come up. I've also had a 20 years of experience in the acting community, and so I kind of melded these two together. And the main push of going into the photography was that I noticed here in our area there was a lot of good portrait photographers, but headshots specific for actors have a very distinct look to them. And having been born and raised in Southern California, and I used to go down there for all my headshots, I didn't feel that there was adequate number of photographers that were able to incorporate that LA type look into their photography. Because a lot of them, and they do so many other things as well, and they're fantastic at it. But I wanted to kind of give that back, knowing what needed to be done.
Okay.
And so I took all the experience that I had from being in front of the camera, working with some of the best headshot photographers in front of the camera with down in LA, and take that knowledge and what I learned and kind of translate that behind the camera, and to try to give that look to the actors that are up here. Because, you know, I think that's what's Carson, it's Reno, it's Gardnerville. It's like we still have productions, LA productions, that will come up here.
Oh, there's been quite a few.
We had the Mustang about, was it 4 or 5 years ago? That was a $5 million film. There's a film that's coming up here in the next couple months that's going to be filming up in Tahoe. There's been some Hallmark stuff that's come up. So there is Hollywood productions that are coming up here, and I'd rather have our actors here have headshots that give them the look they expect to see, as opposed to something that looks more portrait style.
So do you recommend them like calling you, getting a headshot done, and then trying to reach out to an agent, or should they try to reach out to an agent and then get those headshots done?
Well, headshots is going to be, well, as a business guy,
Okay.
you're going to hand somebody your business card as your introduction. Well, headshots for an actor, that's their business card.
Okay.
And the headshot has to come first, and it has to be good quality headshots. And I would definitely want them to look at me, but I would never say only look at me, because I have a particular style that I shoot.
Okay.
And you can go to another photographer, and they have a particular style that they shoot. And so whether it's headshot photography or family photography or infant photography or even something like boudoir, you have to look at the photographer, you have to look at the style in which they shoot to see, yeah, that's the look I want.
Okay.
Because I could have one person look at me and go, yep, he's the guy I want for headshots. Somebody else could look at what I do in my examples and go, okay, that's good shots, but you know what, I like this person's style a little bit better. It fits my personality and what I'm looking for out of my headshots.
Okay.
So I just tell them, like, look at everybody you can. Look at all of their galleries. Look at all of their photos. And then make the determination. And it might be just a couple different factors.
Okay.
One of it might be look. One of it literally might be price. You know, it's like you might have a $100 photographer, you might have a $300 photographer, you might have an $800 photographer. You go down to LA, and that is the price spectrum on the different headshots. So that's a lot of factors that they have to take into consideration for that. But I would say definitely they're going to want to get the headshots first. It's one of those things as actors, you do not want to script one.
Okay.
Absolutely, because that's also the only thing casting director sees in order to call you in for a particular role. And if your headshots don't pop, they're not going to notice it.
So there's always challenges in business.
Yes.
Since you got into business, what has surprised you the most since you got into the photography business?
I kind of knew this going in. I kind of touched on it a minute ago, but as a photographer, you can't be all things to all people. There's so many genres of photography. I mean, when you look at, there's people who do architectural, there's people who do corporate, there's people who do product shots, there's people who do landscapes, and then there's family and infant boudoir and corporate shots. And one photographer, you can't spread out that entire genre list. You can do a lot of those for fun, but really to be successful, you've got to kind of find where your niche is and specialize on those and become the best you can in those areas. And that's why I chose with like doing actors' headshots. That's one of my main areas of focus, but that's an area that you easily can branch out to doing family shots and infant shots and that sort of thing. But with like architectural and landscape, I still love doing those, and I will do those all day long.
Okay.
I kind of do them for my own enjoyment.
All right. So, having done photos and being in the acting industry for so long, tell me, there's got to have been some weird requests, something odd that somebody asked you to do. Give me an example or two. Something weird.
I haven't had too many things that are just straight weird. Thankfully, I know that's going to come down the line. My biggest challenge in dealing with different clients is a lot of with their wardrobe. So yeah, the biggest challenge I face with a lot of the clients is basically it's unreal expectations. So not really weird requests, but just, well, let's shoot here. It's like, well, that's private property. We can't go there. Or like, well, let's shoot with this attire. And it's like, people are going to see nothing but your shirt rather than what should be the focus, which is you guys. And that's true whether it's a family shot or it's a headshot, whatever it may be. So yeah, a lot of it's location, it's unreal expectations, it's places where it's like, okay, I can shoot you there, but it becomes such a challenge. I kind of have to talk them out of it. Okay. It's like, they'll want to shoot in front of a window, and it's like, I can't even see you. It's like, yeah, but this window looks cool. I get that, but I can't see you, so you're just a silhouette. So if that's the look you want, then that's what's going to go for it. But yeah, luckily I haven't had too many really oddball requests as of yet. Luckily, because that pushes mainly families and infants and headshots, they're pretty run.
Okay. So next year, we're coming to the end of the year. Everybody's looking for next year. What are your goals for next year? What have you set up for yourself that you want to achieve this next year?
I just want to continue to expand the portfolio. Like I said, we're doing the actors' headshots. This is a smaller, obviously, market for that, so it's not necessarily the bread and butter for me. I love working with families. I love working with kids. Part of my acting experience has kind of helped with that because I've been on a lot of shoots where I've been in front of the camera with the kids and getting them to interact and understanding the dynamic. Kids is a great example of one of the things you have to take into consideration is their attention span is very, very short. So where I might have a 2-hour shoot with an actor doing headshots because now we're changing this look and going into this look, and we're going to business, and we're doing secretary, and we're doing the mom look and all of that, and they can go for 2 hours. They can sometimes go for 3 hours. A kid, oh man, you're lucky if you get them for an hour. So your mindset becomes different. The way you interact becomes different. Getting their attention can sometimes be an excruciating challenge, but getting them in and out as fast as you can, especially with the younger kids, is kind of the main thing. And a lot of that kind of goes behind the rapport that you're getting with the clients themselves, and being very friendly and meeting them more at their level, as opposed to coming, it's like, oh, I'm the photographer, so this is what we're gonna do. It's like, no, they've hired you to take pictures of their family. Come down and work with them at the place that they are at.
The best options to get the best shots that they can have.
Yeah, and then we're going to expand more into doing also senior photos.
Okay.
So I have one kid that just graduated, so I did his, and we were able to do a couple others. That kind of started at the end of the year. and then it kind of dropped off because you're going into summer and
yeah.
they've already done them. So that's one of my main pushes, and it's the constant thing of marketing and marketing and marketing, getting your name out there. And like I said before, I'm not going to be the photographer for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's, hey, take a look at the material that I have, see if my style fits for you well, and if it does, let's talk. Hopefully my pricing fits for you well, and the style, and
okay. Since you made the big switch, your new priority is photography.
Yep.
What challenges have you faced? I mean, I know technology has changed a lot. There's, here our seasons change. The wind blows now, it's not going to blow tomorrow. It's going to rain in 5 minutes. Do those bring up more challenges to you, or what do you face as challenges in this business?
the advancement of equipment,
Okay.
the myriad of lenses that you will have, which would be crazy.
Yeah. So, with your acting and photography, you're probably not working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. What are your days and hours that somebody can reach out and
Pretty much it. That's the one thing that I really noticed with doing the photography stuff. Because acting, it was, yes, it comes in, whether an audition or you're doing a shoot or whatnot. And with the photography, and this is kind of the joke of having your own business, you never stop working.
Yeah.
It's just constant. You've got a couple minutes, I'm gonna start editing. I might take photos during the day, and then my whole house goes to bed, and I go up onto my computer at 10 o'clock, and I might be editing for the next 4 hours and not go to bed until 2, because the house is quiet.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody bothering me, and I can just get into that zone, get into a rhythm, and just get all of that done. And it's nice because it's also another outlet for me to let the creative juices flow.
Okay.
And so kind of transitioning from one side of the camera to the other, it almost seemed very natural transition for me, thankfully.
Well, that's good. Well, thank you for sitting down with me today and learning more about your business and what you're doing these days. Darrin and I have worked together in the past, so I do know his work. He does great work. Whether it's that headshot you're looking for family pictures, you're looking for, you're trying to do a shot of your kid in his sports, trying to send it up to UCLA or Harvard or Yale to get him accepted in the sports program. Reach out to Darrin, see if it's something that you guys can do together. Like I said, great guy. Darrin, thank you.
Thank you
for the interview and taking the time. I'm Randy Thal, Curse Real Estate Team, or Curse Real Estate, Thal Real Estate Team. If you know anybody buying or selling, tell them to give me a call. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.